Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Carrie here from Carrie Counts Cash. You guys are all doing great. I am a little bit late stuffing my first real paycheck of September. It feels weird to say that because it's halfway through the month, but just the way the pay cycles ended up at the end of August. Today we are going to be stuffing $1,665, and then we do have some money for savings challenges that you will see in the next video. Let's go ahead and count this and we will get into it. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and 600. 650, 700, 750, 800, 850, 900, 950, 1,000, 1,050. 1,070, 1,090, 1,110, 1,130, 1,150, 1,170, 1,190, 1,210, 1,230, 1,250, 1,270, 1,290, 1,310, 1,330, 1,350, 1,370, 1,390, 1,410, and 1,430. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1,500, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. So 1,560, and then we have 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1,600, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and 1,665. This 5, speaking of, is so immaculate. Of course I saved the best for last. So starting with cash envelopes, we do have some money left over in side quests. We never unstuffed this. I did get my nails done. They are due again next week, and I'm actually putting quite a bit of money in here because I plan to do a full mani-pedi and my hair. So I'm going to be putting $200 in, and I just had to take a quick little second to look at the denominations that I used for this. So I did have 100, and then we had a 50, and then we had, I think, 2 20s and a 10. So this is 100, 150, 200, 220, 240, and 250, which makes sense because there was $50 to start out with. I cannot wait to get rid of this $100 bill. That is going to drive me bananas. It shouldn't cost me $250, but I wanted to have some saved up for the next appointment. I never like depleting this to nothing. And then groceries, we actually have money left. Surprise, surprise. We have $30. So I'm going to set that there for the 100 envelopes, and we're going to add 50, 100, and then 120, 140, 160, 180, and 200 going into groceries. And because I'm late stuffing, I have spent some money from here. I don't think I've actually spent a lot yet, but definitely not fully stocked anymore. Just because I have $5 in here, and I think I'm actually gonna roll this over. I don't feel like I'm stuffing that, and I didn't actually budget anything for this budget period. Gas, we do have $50 left over, so that's also going to 100 envelopes, and then we are gonna add another 50, 100, 120, and 140, and then we'll do 2 5s to make $150 for gas. I've still got about half a tank left. Eating out, I only put $50 in this week, and don't ask me why. I've been trying to be better. I was doing a little bit better, but it didn't take me long, so I really have to pay attention and just really be motivated to cut back on this because it is a big issue. So 20/40 and 45/50. So this is what we're putting in eating out. And I don't think anybody would be shocked to hear that I have mostly eaten through all of this already. Drinks, I also did not put anything in. So that is it for cash envelopes. It looks so foreign to see a $100 bill in SideQuest, but my hair desperately needs it. It's just so thick, and I don't do it all the time, but when I do my hair, or at least get it professionally done, I usually trim it and color it and then just thin it out as much as possible because your girl has a lot of hair. Now, that said, we're gonna pop into 100 envelopes, and the setup for this will be changing. So I said to you guys in one of the last videos, I'm not overly happy with the current tracker that we have. So I've been using this one from Shop Curl, and I do like it, but I wanted to change it up a little bit. So what I'm doing is I did buy an A5 binder. I'm gonna cut this out and then use this. I'll laminate it and do the things with it to make it a nice little binder of its own. And I still have to get some things to make this happen, so we're not using this one right now, but I do have my savings challenge money tucked away in here. I'll give you a sneak peek in that video what this might look like, but we still have a little bit of work to do to get it to where I want it, and I hope that you guys are excited for the new format because I know that I am. So all that is a long way of saying that we're going to put $80 in 100 envelopes today. And that works out great because we have 77 left and we round that up. Otherwise, we're all done with the numbers that are 75 and greater. So we're done with the last quarter of these envelopes, and that is a huge positive for me. So we're going to take the orange and we're going to color 77. I'm just going to pop back here, throw it in 100 envelopes, and I will count this for you. So we have 1,000, 2,000, 2,500, 2,600, 2,700, 2,800, 29, and then 2,980. So we are close to 3K, not quite there yet, but hopefully by the end of the month, we will have cracked that, which is so cool. And then I just want to flip back. We're going to add some money into my September monthly challenge. I was loving this idea when I first started. I will be glad to get to the end of the year and not have this monthly challenge ongoing. It's fun and I like it, but I do like a little bit more freedom. I find I have a lot of money tied up in here. So that will be changing at the end of the year. Not quite sure what my setup for next year is going to look like just yet. But we're going to add $75 to my monthly challenge. So 50, 75, and then we will reallocate it at the end of September like we tend to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scratch for next time. All right, so $45 next time we're going to put to the monthly challenge to finish off, which is not a bad number at all. And then the only other one that we stuff consistently every budget period is Saveopoly. So I will grab that. So this is my Saveopoly challenge. So last week we were on Save 25. So we're gonna take 20 and 5. And we're not counting, sorting, organizing, any of that. So now we're gonna roll for next week. And please just ignore the creaking of my desk. I know that it's probably annoying. So we got a 2. So we're gonna do 1, 2, which is save 20. So that's what we'll stuff next week. I'm really looking forward to counting this one at the end of the year. And I do feel like I want to keep this going in some format. I'm not quite sure exactly yet, but I love the idea of it, and it's so easy to save, and it's fun. I love Monopoly, and I love just like randomized challenges like this one. So that brings us to my bills binder. We're gonna skip bills buffer this week. It has $250 in the bank, but we are gonna put $50 in cell phone like we normally do. So 50 going in there, and then this money is all to pay off my actual phone. I can't pay it off in one lump sum because then it just applies it to the plan itself and not actually the device, which would be fine, but I would rather just take a little bit of money out of here each month for the device on top of what I pay for my regular plan, which is $100. So it is fully funded for this month, and then we will unstuff at the end of the month. Speaking of unstuffing, so I did film my bill swap for August, and I don't even know what happened. The footage is corrupted on my phone. I cannot watch the video. I can watch it, but I only have sound. I don't actually have picture on it, even though everything looked fine when I was recording it. So guys, I really, really, really apologize, but you will not be seeing the August bill swap. And I don't know why these things always happen to me, because usually I'm not a techie, but I'm usually a little bit more capable with technology than maybe just some of the lay people, I guess. Like, I'm kind of in the middle. I do okay, I'm not great, but I just had really bad luck. So I apologize. I'm really sad about it. I hope you guys are okay with it. I've been really slack on my upload schedule anyways, but I'm trying to get back to it. I will have this video up within the next probably 24 hours of filming it. And then it'll be like Monday night, Tuesday by that point. And then you will get the savings challenge video hopefully on the regularly scheduled day, which is Thursday. So you will have 2 videos pretty close together. But I hope that you guys still have some patience with me in this crappy upload schedule, because I know it's not cool. So thank you guys so much. You all rock. I appreciate your patience. And I'm gonna just get on to talking about my insurance now, which we're gonna add $160 into. This did go up just a little bit. I really have to look into switching insurance providers, because it feels like highway robbery to pay $320 a month. Now, granted, that's for both my house and my car, but it costs a lot more to insure my car than it does my house, and that just, it seems backwards to me. I really have to look into changing it, but I don't even have the first clue on where I want to start with that. So for now, I'm leaving it, but it is on my radar. I have $160 going in here. Power bill is getting $130, so 100, 120, oops. Wouldn't be me if I didn't fling money everywhere. So 130 going into power bill. Subscriptions is just gonna get its regular $10. There is nothing in it, so just that single solitary 10. And then TV, internet, we're gonna do our usual 90. So 50, 70, and 90. And we have 50, 100, 120, 140, 160, and 180, which is fully funded for the month of September. And the last category in this binder is utilities. We have 200 in it. We are adding 25, so 225 in utilities right now. This is for my water sewer bill due every year in June. It's $550. The next stop on our stuffing journey is usually my savings binder. I don't feel like we're putting a ton in here this time around. We're doing a little bit, I think. Okay, so emergency fund, we have currently sitting at 2,000. I do have a savings challenge that is on the way, or I might download still one of the ones I had before. It was from Caffeine and Budgets, I believe. It was an oh shit challenge, and I might reprint that out and do that. We're gonna try and fund another $500 in here and then maybe give it a little bit of a break for now. And then work on doubling that at some point, but not adding anything to my e-fund tonight. Nest Egg has 150. That one is not getting added to. That's just general savings. We always do give my parents money, and I did put $500 in the bank for them. We're gonna add 20, 30 like normal, so they get $15 each every pay. And so we have 500, 550, 570, 590, and $600 in parents now. My dad is doing okay. A lot of people have been asking for updates, and he is feeling fine. Like he always, I think, has felt fine. He's a little bit dramatic, so he whines a lot, but the biggest thing after his chemo and radiation has been that his mouth is very dry. They have said that his salivary glands will probably never come back, that those are burnt away. So he's always gonna have dry mouth. He's starting to get his taste back. Textures are still a bit weird for him. And right now they're actually investigating into his hearing. The chemotherapy agent that he got apparently can damage the hearing structures in his ears. So he's going down to see his ENT tomorrow, actually, so Tuesday, just for context, and they will determine whether or not he can have a hearing aid or whether or not he would need something more invasive like a cochlear reconstruction or just some surgery for that. Doesn't want more surgery, but if it's a case of not being able to hear, then that's an issue, especially because he wants to go back to work, and if he can't hear, he won't be able to work without doing something to aid him in that. So there's that, and he's been very shaky. His family doctor is looking into that. So there's just a few things. It's up in the air on whether or not he's gonna go back to work. Initially, he had been cleared to go back for the end of August, but his family doctor now with his hearing issue and his shakiness said no, he's not fit. So we have to figure these things out. He had been looking for jobs, he'd gotten one, and then everything kind of just like stopped. There was one more thing I wanted to say, and what was that? I don't remember. If I remember later on in the video, I will mention it, but that's kind of where we're at. I'm sorry for lengthy updates and stuff, but a few of you had asked, so I did want to touch on that. So things are still kind of basically in the air at this moment, and I don't have a ton of updates. I will be going with my parents into the city tomorrow while he sees the ENT, so I'm sure that I will hear about the results of that pretty expediently, but we're hoping that it's nothing bad and that it's a relatively easy fix. But hearing aids are not cheap. And my parents are really struggling with that right now. So I don't know, guys. It's been very stressful to me. And I think that all of the stress that I've been just kind of dealing with, like from work and then what's going on with my parents, even though it's not directly my problem, has been really affecting me lately. And I'm not making excuses, but I'm just saying that that's probably exactly why my upload schedule has been shit. And I really struggle to find energy to do things on my days off even. So I'm definitely not in the best place mentally right now with everything. And I feel like it's important to be upfront and honest with you guys about that. But again, I just hope that you guys have patience with me. You guys have been super supportive and I appreciate every single one of you. Now, that aside, we're gonna flip right back to car. TFSA has $8,700 in there. We're just gonna add $20 to car. This is just a little bit of an extra payment on top of what I would normally do. So we're gonna do $120 in here total for now. And whatever this sits at the end of September, I will just take back to the bank and pay that. I'm hoping to make an extra payment quarterly. So I know we didn't do a ton with savings, but that's where we stand. For sinking funds, short term, we're not actually doing a lot. There is $10 in my buffer. I believe there's $10 in clothing, 20 in electronics. There is 20 in health. There's 20 in miscellaneous, 10 in planner supplies, and then we are stuffing these last two envelopes today. So Thanksgiving and Halloween are both getting 10 because they're going to be happening pretty closely together. For my American friends, our Thanksgiving is the beginning of October. I believe it's the weekend of the 10th for us, and I am off work and my brother will be coming home with his family. So I'll probably be going up to my parents and won't need this money, but I will save it and then allocate it for a holiday down the road, or maybe just throw it all into Halloween. It depends. So 30 in Thanksgiving, and then now there's 30 in Halloween as well. I did see some Halloween decorations when I was out at the store today and I really wanted them, but I'm trying so hard to stick to budgets right now. So I didn't touch them, which I'm proud of myself for that. But going into the city tomorrow, I may go to like HomeSense or Michael's or something like that, and I tend to want to buy decorations there, and they're not always the cheapest. So I gotta smarten up. Okay, stock up is gonna get 30. So 20 and then 30. It feels so weird to not have any 20s left because I know I have a fair few categories left to stuff, but I don't need them. And to have so many hundreds is just strange to me. But it looks like that's gonna work out. Oh, yes, because what I want to do actually is I owe my credit card $200. So I'm going to set $200 right off to the side so that I just remember to stick that in my purse and pay off my credit card. I will have some more to stuff for that next paycheck because I just have been quite crazy with my spending, but I just want to kind of soften that blow a little bit. So I've spread it up between two pays. All right, we're gonna do my future binder next. And we're not stuffing a whole bunch in here either. For annual memberships, we're not putting any money in there. Amazon has $120, Costco has nothing, Fireman's has $50. That's my yearly like community 50/50 draw. And then other has $5. So I think that's where I'm leaving that one for now. That should be $175 if my brain is working. But we are gonna put $10 in Christmas. We're just throwing $5 each in decor here. And then $5 in events and supplies. because again, decor is what I live with, and you never know if there's going to be party that I'm going to want to go to or whatnot. So we have 35 in events and supplies, and we have the same in decor. So there's $70 between these two categories. Everyone else has 50, and then niece has 50, so 170, plus 50 in my sister-in-law and 50 in my brother, so 270. And then my parents have 100, and Fur Kids has 40. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense to me. 100, 200, 270. Yeah, okay, 370 plus 40, so 410. Yes, that does make sense. I just got a bit of, I had just gotten a bit ahead of myself. Contingency plan, we are gonna put $10 in here. We're gonna do in the insurance category, which is right here. This is basically my month ahead section. So in insurance, we have 160 now. So 160, and then in car payment, we have 50. And then miscellaneous, we have 15. Mortgage, we have 680. Utilities, we should have 75. Yes, we do. Cell phone, we have 100. And TV internet, we have 180. Subscriptions, we have 20. And power bill, we have 260. So that means we have 1540 in contingency plan, or 1 month ahead right now. Polaris is getting $20. He's getting 10 in spending. And so he has 60 in there. And then in necessities, he's getting another 10. So he has 50 in there. So that's 110. And he will need litter some point soon. Emergencies, he has 1,000. So 1110 in Polaris's categories. Taxes is the last. We are doing $100 in property tax today. So 100. And now we have 1,000, 2,000, 2,100 in property taxes. And I pay these every year at the end of April-ish, beginning of May. And then my long-term sinking funds. We are gonna put $5 in tires. So we have 50, 65. One of the girls I work with said that she might buy my winter tires, just depending on if she can basically get one more winter out of the current ones that she has. If not, then she will buy them from me. So I'm still looking at that. If I haven't heard by the end of September, then obviously I'll have to post them for sale. But 65, and then service, we are adding $5. So this makes 100, 200, 300, 405 in service. Oh, my foot's asleep. New car has nothing. I just got one. We're not worried about it. Detailing is my next priority here. I would like to have $300 in it, but we're going to tuck in $5 to make 40. And fees has nothing. I will start stuffing for my registration, but I've got a while yet. Deductible is fully funded at $500. So we have $1,010 in car maintenance right now. It is nice to have deductible out of the way. Home maintenance. We'll start with furniture. We're gonna put $5 in here. There's 20 already in it. Home decor has 5. We're gonna add 5 to make 10. Renos, we will add 5 to make 10. Seasonal, you guessed it, $5. We're gonna have 500, 600, 700, and 5 now, 705. Plowing season will soon be upon us. Yay. Not. Other isn't getting anything. It has $10. And appliances is getting 5. And so now it has 100, 200, 300, 400, and 15. I thought it had 410, but I guess I was wrong. So between appliances and other, there's 425 in here, which makes $1175 in home maintenance. And finally, Wanderlust is getting the last few dollars. So miscellaneous is not getting anything. There is nothing in that. Pre-trip expenses has 20. It's not getting a red cent. Dining is getting 5, and it has 75 and then now 80. Flights has 160. And we're not stuffing that until we get it caught up. Until we get accommodations caught up with it. So we're gonna add 5 here to make 25. So as you can see, we've got a little ways to go there. And then weekenders is going to get 5. Put the beautiful 5 in here with this one because they're both perfect. So there's 10 in weekenders, which is just like, usually if I go away to Nova Scotia, I'll use that or whatever because it's like considered a weekend trip. It's not very far. Or if I go to like a beach town a couple hours away, then I count that as a weekend trip or even just a day trip. So I use that for that too. And then spending, we're gonna put in our last $5. So there's 20 in spending. We really do have to give some love to my travel category over the next little bit. So that's $315 in Wanderlust, and there are no plans on the horizon. But that tends to be me. I tend to just want to do things like spontaneously with little warning. So it's always nice to have a little bit of a buffer there. Now that will be it for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and film my savings challenges. I hope you guys didn't mind the gabbing. If you guys are here on this channel with me, if you're on this journey with me, you know that I do that. And I think some of you appreciate that. If you don't, then it's okay, but there's lots of other budgeting videos that you guys can watch if you don't like my gift of gab. So that's all I have to say. I will see you when I see you. Bye, YouTube.